Hey there, hopefuls, and welcome back to another episode of the Hopeful Simplicity Podcast. I am Melissa, your host, and today we are talking about creating a cozy space that actually stays cozy instead of cluttery. Your bedroom may have a chair in it, a small table, or even just a corner where you like to tuck in, read, or relax. But that space is filled with clutter and it doesn't really serve its purpose. So this episode, we're going to share how to clear the clutter and set up your Nook for a functional, calm, and supportive way that you can hopefully keep long term. So the cozy corner trap. It's supposed to be a nook of comfort, right? A calm space to tuck in and relax, not a drop zone for laundry. Not a mini storage space for stuff. Not a corner of collecting crap. This is not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be like, cool, I get to go sit in my favorite chair, tuck in with a book, watch my movies, flip on the, don't tell anybody, but this is where I watch Christmas movies all the time corner. Not a catch-all for crap and clutter and frustration and non-supportive to relaxing. That's not what this space is for. This is a corner for cozy, not a trap for clutter. So, what's in your space? What's in your nook that is a no-no? Has it become a catch-all for laundry? Like, especially if you have a chair in it. Is that the chair? Yes, I just air quoted you via podcast. That chair. Meaning that's the chair that, my shirt that I wore today, but I didn't really do anything. So it's not super dirty, but I wore it. So I don't want to hang it back up. So it just goes in that chair. Or I pulled the clothes out of the dryer, but I never emptied the laundry basket. So they just went in the chair. Yep. Or I wasn't going to buy a bag of books last time we went to the store, but here I am having one. So I just put the bag in the chair. It's just sitting in the corner. Maybe it's not even a chair. Maybe you just have a few giant floor pillows there and all the crap gets tossed into. And it's a small enough space that you aren't in and out of. Like, you're in and out of your closet every day, but you're not probably in and out of your comfy, cozy corner every day. So it's just a small space that just kind of, I can forget about it for a minute. I can ignore it. I can just pretend like I shouldn't drop my stuff there. But since I'm not in it every day, it's a meh point. It's a small enough space you can't ignore. But that's not an organized life. That's not staying hopeful. That's a clutter catcher. That's canceling out the calm we just talked about in your bedroom space. That's cluttering up the ideal of having a cozy corner. And we're not doing that. Tell you what we're not doing. We are not doing that. I want you to protect this space. Just like you do any other small space, it serves a purpose. So let's use it for the purpose. Let's be true for the point of having a cozy corner. Not a clutter catcher that's a small enough space to ignore, but a purpose of establishing peace and giving you a minute to embrace the calm and relaxing processes. So simplifying. We're going to start with simplifying. We got to declutter the crap out because we are not organizing clutter. We are decluttering anything that does not serve our current self, especially in the cozy corner where I go to relax. Like, are you kidding me? This nook is for nodding off and pretending like I'm going to get one more chapter in, not for being a catch for all the crap that I can't even pretend like I'm going to read one more chapter. That's not what this space is for. That is not serving me. So anything in there that's not serving you currently has to go. Maybe it's your watch holiday movies year-round space, but you have them all on DVD. You have your stack of DVDs there. Not that you have a DVD player or a way to use them, but you have them there just in case. This could probably go. You don't have a way to use them and you don't actually use them. Remember, when we are decluttering, the first step of the 3S method, simplify. We are getting rid of expired, outgrown, and unused items. So if you have a stack of DVDs that are collecting dust, those are unused, friend. Those are dust collectors. Clutter catches. Crap we can get rid of. That's an unused thing. That's on the list. So what am I getting rid of? Expired, outgrown, and unused. Ding, it's got a layer of dust on it, meaning it is unused, meaning we are get rid of it. Maybe you used to tuck down into your chair and do crosswords or word searches, or what is that number one? The number of the Stucos, or even crochet, knit, yarn, make stockings, sew, color. I don't care what you used to do, whatever you used to tuck down into your cozy corner for, but you've since shifted habits or shifted routines or shifted interest. That's allowed as humans. You could just not be into something anymore. That's fine. But all the things don't have to stay in your cozy corner. If you've got a storage ottoman in your comfy corner, in your nook, right? You pop your feet up on it, full of old word search books that you don't even use anymore because it pisses you off that you have to get your readers to use them. Just get rid of them. And if they're half used, they're trash. Just saying. They're not, I'm going to donate them, or I'm going to keep them for just in case, or I'm going to rehome them. Nope. They're just trash. They're half used or partially used. It's like taking a color book to the daycare that's been colored in. That's not nice. That's not helpful. That's just kind of rude. So go ahead and trash them. If you found like a small table next to your chair that holds your sewing supplies, your needlework, your craft stuff, your yarn, but you don't do anymore, hello to clutterable options that I've outgrown. I've outgrown doing that. Therefore, it can leave this space permanently. It can leave your home permanently. Those are the things you're looking for. So when you're simplifying, clear the space of what doesn't serve you. If it's broken, if it's remote controls for your old TV, hello, trash. Like, those are things that are not serving you. They're not going to add to your relaxation. They're not going to help you enjoy your nook. They're not going to make the space cozier just because you're like, well, if I'm surrounded by clutter, it's like a blanket. Nope, it's just clutter and stress and frustration, and not the point of a cozy corner, not the point of a relaxation nook. The point is to have what you will actually use and enjoy and keep in the space. What are you going to keep in the space? Do you need a lamp? Do you need a pair of readers? Do you need a certain over-the-chair organizer thing that only holds 2 pens, your readers, and 1 or 2 word search books, so you don't have the space and opportunity to have 70 taking up random areas or piling up on the floor or being dumped into the storage ottoman or being tucked into the cushions of the chair or taking up the chair cushion itself so you have to move your pile every time you want to sit down? Do you need to limit the space, get rid of a system? Maybe that storage ottoman got replaced with an over-the-arm organizer to eliminate a system that wasn't serving you and limit the stuff you can actually have in it. If you just use the storage ottoman, the side table, the piece of whatever furniture to store your relaxing habit in, your relaxing hobby in, and you need to get rid of that system because I was really just encouraging you to pile up your clutter, do that. Sometimes simplifying is about getting rid of systems that don't serve us instead of actual stuff. That's part of it. It's the picture in general. Like, what in your reading nook, relaxing corner isn't serving you for the purpose of this small space? That's what we're getting rid of. Expired, outgrown, unused. Those are the key points we're looking for, yes. But if it does not serve you, be it a system or a stuffed item, it does not get to stay. You don't need 7 blankets all at the same time. You just don't. So maybe every fall when you switch out your bedding and your sweaters, you switch out your Nook blanket too. That's fine. You don't have to keep it all in that corner at the same time. It can have its own system. And we'll get to that when we get to the sustaining step, but it can have its own thing and be its own space to serve you for the purpose it's meant to be. If your reading chair has become a clothing pile, I'm hitting pause here to remind you that A, you're not alone, but if you want more support, the Hopeful Simplicity Library is here for you, as am I. It's got guided audio to walk you through the 3S method of every small space of your home, as well as resets, declutter guides, 3S tours, all the details, resources, and more. That chair doesn't have to stay a clothing pile. So I want you to look at your space with intentionality and be like, you know what is not serving me? That has to go. Then when we move into sorting it, with sorting it for your success based on your organizing style, you only have what will actually serve you in the space for the purpose of the space. So do you need to add a small basket by your chair for your word searches and a couple of books? Do you need to add a floating shelf on the wall for a lamp in your readers and your glass of tea? How do we make it functional, set up for your specific organizing style, but keep it cozy with a few of those remaining touches, the fuzzy blanket, the soft pillow, the throw for your toes? Do you need to add just a few touches to keep it that way, but eliminate, okay, I eliminated my side table because it was just a catch, but I really need somewhere to toss my pillows. Great, put a little basket there. I didn't need the miniature bookcase, but I still need somewhere to put my lamp. I still need somewhere to put my teacup. Cool. Put a floating shelf. Right? Because you've eliminated what doesn't serve you, but it doesn't mean we can't make it functional. We can keep the space functional and clear clutter and make it serve you without having to have catches for all the stuff we just simplified. We want to designate the boundaries of the space to, oh, you know what? I need a basket with a lid because I don't want to see everything all the time. I'm not in this space every night. It's only on the weekends or only 2 or 3 evenings. I'm actually sitting in my cozy corner. So when I'm in my room, I don't want to see the pile of books that I'm going to be tackling this weekend. Maybe you aren't a non-visual organizer. Maybe you're a macro organizer and you don't mind seeing your stuff, a little visual in there. How about a cute little basket with no lid on it? Then you can see all your stuff. Maybe that's your encouraging point of seeing your stuff makes you, oh yeah, I get to get back into my chair this weekend. I can't freaking wait. I've set it up for my success. I put a cute basket with my favorite things in it. Winning. Maybe you keep the pillow and a cute throw over the back of your chair there. Maybe you simplified out the floor cushions and got a chair in its place. And now you're allowed to accessorize it with 1 or 2 little cute things that actually make it cozy and fits your room themes. Now keep in mind, when you're sorting, set it up for your success, but also if you have to put a boundary in, put the boundary in. If you have to get 1 bigger basket with a lid instead of 7 little baskets, do that. I know I couldn't have, if I had 7 floating wall shelves, I would fill 7 floating wall shelves with books. But if I have 1, okay, I need my lamp there. I have to have space for my readers and water. Okay, I'm limited on the books I can put here. So as you are sorting it for your success, make sure that you're not sorting it so detailed that you're adding clutter. You didn't get rid of the storage ottoman to replace it with 8 baskets. You got rid of it because it wasn't serving you. Now you've got rid of everything else that you're not going to keep here. So let's just hone in on what we're actually keeping and make sure that we are setting up sorted storage solutions for your success, not to let the clutter creep back in and not to have more issues, right? Keep that boundary in place so it is set up to serve you moving forward and sorted for your functional, organized style. Now, you've worked hard on simplifying. You got things that did not serve you out of there. You set it up for your success based on your style, based on what's actually staying in the space. So you can use that nook, that cozy corner with intentionality for your relaxing moments. Now we just have to keep it that way, right? So what habits do you have in place? Every time you get up from your chair and you head out for the day or you head to bed, maybe you put the pillow and blanket back where it goes. Maybe you actually fold the blanket in half and put it back over the back of the chair and put your pillow back in the chair instead of on the floor. Maybe when you finish the book, instead of putting it back in the basket, you put it in the donate box for the library. It's those regular checks. Maybe you are in your cozy corner nook every day, and every day you just do that quick tidy, just that fast refresh of the space. You make sure that it is not set up in a way to welcome clutter back in. Maybe every week you do make sure the laundry does not find its way there. Every week you've shifted that habit to a weekly habit of I put my laundry away instead of in my Nook chair or in my cozy corner in the basket on the floor. Maybe once a quarter or every 6 months when you do your seasonal rotation, that's when you're like, you know what? I never really used this pillow. Why don't I just go ahead and declutter it instead of stuff it in that box with the other seasonal rotation items? Or you may have to replace a chair leg. So every 6 months or quarter, you do a furniture check. You do a basket check. If you got one of those like wicker weavy baskets and it's started to like really wonk out, now you're pulling your yarn out, but it has some of like the wicker built in, maybe it's time to replace that basket. That's part of your sustaining this space to serve you steps. That's why it's the third part of the 3S method, sustaining an organized space. It's doing those check-ins. So when you do your 6-month check-in with this space, be like, oh, shoot, I've really let the book clutter creep back in. Let me get rid of everything that doesn't belong here. I finished those word search books. Let me toss them out during my 6-month check. But you know what? I got a new pack of pens. Why do I have my old pens still in this top drawer? Those are the sustaining steps that we do. So the sustaining steps we do, habits and routines, maintenance checks, things like that. We do them on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly basis. So maybe every month you scoot your chair out, you do a good vacuum deep clean underneath. You pull the cushion off and deep clean the chair itself. What are the habits that you need to put in place to sustain an organized Nook area? Keep the clutter away, but also just make sure it's working how it's supposed to work. Does the drawer handle need replaced? Does the basket need swapped out completely because that system is not working? Do you need to move the chair where the bookcase is and put the bookcase where the chair is? The sustaining part of the 3S method is built to let you really just keep the space serving you for your success and not be afraid of like, this is how it's always been. And well, it doesn't work for me. So we're going to be undoing that, right? We worked hard at simplifying. We got everything out of it. We worked hard at setting it up and sorting it for my organized success. I'll be darned if I'm going to not keep it that way. If I'm going to reset to bad habits and let the clutter tackle back in on this space because that's how it always was. That may be how it always was, but that's not how it will always be. I'll say that again for you in the back. That may be how it always was, but that is not how it will always be. So sustaining the space for your success is a essential key part of living your organized life. And that's why it's the third part of the 3S method, because this is part of your sanctuary. This is your reading nook, your relaxing nook, your cozy corner that is supposed to, in a way, be a sacred space to serve you so you can be less stressed, so you can unwind separate from going to sleep and just kind of have a sanctuary inside your sanctuary, more or less. No, you're not going to treat your cozy corner as I'm going here to sleep space. So we do have to treat it separately than our bedding, than our bed, than our nightstand. But we are allowed to treat it like a mini sanctuary of, this is where I go to do what I love doing. This is where I go to relax, to refresh, to keep it separate from rest and recharging, to actually just take a breath, understand who I am as a human, and do what I like doing. TV watching, Hallmark movie binging, crocheting, reading, word searching, whatever it is, this space is for you. This is your sweet spot inside your sanctuary. So let's make it that way and keep it that way. Now, I want to hit pause here for just a second and have a visualization moment. What does your nook, your cozy corner, your relaxing nook look like? Okay, do you have the picture in your mind? Now look at your space. What item in that space today can you remove because it wasn't in your mental image? Your reading or relaxing nook or cozy corner can be your refuge. And I want you to protect it. By simplifying, sorting, and sustaining, you'll have a cozy spot that's truly designed to help you recharge. Next time, we're going to wrap up season 3, the bedroom hybrid season. We're going to wrap up this season with a big picture question. How often should I declutter? While you're here, don't forget to grab the Core 4 Declutter Challenge. It's in the show notes for those daily lighten up a space option for those Core 4 rooms that we are in the most. Kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, living room. Those spaces, let's just make sure that we are keeping them lighter. It's a free start to build your momentum for an organized life. And when you are ready and you're wanting more support, you're ready to get into all the rooms of your home, including the steps for organizing and sustaining, check out the Hopeful Simplicity Library. It's only $9 a month to join. You get the first month on me, try it for free for a month, and then you can enjoy those guided resets. Get the additional support, the additional resources, the group chats, all those things. You get to try it free for a month, and then it's only $9 a month from there. And it's all inside the Hopeful Simplicity Library. That's it for this episode. Until next time, friend, stay hopeful.